Angela Byers, Director of Product Marketing for Microsoft 365. We're so excited you've chosen to join us today to learn the latest and greatest on how Microsoft 365 helps teams collaborate on work so teams can be more productive and more innovative. I'd like to introduce my colleague Shin-Yi who'll be joining me later to show you how Teams uses Microsoft 365 to manage tasks, lists, and files across apps easily in an integrated experience.
Thanks, Angela. My name is Shin-Yi Lim, and I'm a Senior Product Marketing Manager for Microsoft 365.
Welcome to the new normal. We've all been working from home alongside our families, pets, or whatever else that goes on inside our home or outside our home. We have been relying on digital means more than ever to get things done, to keep things going, all the while being remote. Now, as some places start to reopen and some people start to return to work, we're still not going back to work the way we used to, and we may never. As organizations start to plan for what's next, we're starting to see that some changes may be durable. For example, some companies are moving to remote work permanently, and some of us may choose to work from home on a regular basis so that we can tend to things more flexibly in our personal life. This is an unprecedented time of change and pace of change for everyone. We don't know how long the recovery is going to be. We don't know what shape the return will be. But what we do know is we can do more than just survive this period. We can do much more than just wait for things to go back to the way they used to be. We have an opportunity, thanks to technology and human ingenuity, to embrace new ways of working to thrive in a new normal. We can adapt and evolve the way we work with the tools we have so we can get both the benefits of working remotely, like the flexibility and when and how we work, and manage the downsides, like the feelings of isolation and the potential to work around the clock. We can work together to digitally reimagine teamwork to help people stay productive, connected, and engaged from anywhere. This enables us to be resilient however the new normal settles and for the next normal and beyond. Teamwork was already becoming the way of work before the pandemic. In this new normal, teamwork is happening predominantly and sometimes exclusively in the digital world. That means teams don't get to huddle in conference rooms to plan projects or update status with sticky notes on the walls. All of that project planning and management happens in virtual meetings. We don't get to stop by each other's offices to have hallway chats to update each other. Every piece of information flows in a digital world. In this new reality, there's an ever-rising tide of digital information, digital content, and files. We have more distractions in our home offices as work and life happen in the same place. We have more concerns in our personal and family life to take care of. We're all trying to stay well while staying productive. And these are some of the challenges that you and I and every customer is facing today. So today, I'd like to talk to you about how Microsoft 365 can help mitigate some of these challenges. Microsoft 365 can help teams thrive in the new normal by embracing a new approach to collaborative work management through an integrated experience that is both connected and intelligent. So, collaborative work management. Collaborative means you're working with people. The work management portion refers to how all of that work gets managed, be it tasks like project plans or list of to-dos, be it information like status, updates, or approvals, really any data, be it files of any sort, documents, spreadsheets, presentations, diagrams that you and your teams are working on, be it communications, comments, chats, calls, meetings. Microsoft 365 offers an integrated experience for you to do all of that. We bring the capabilities to manage tasks, lists of information, and files alongside communications inside a single hub Teams, where teams can stay productive and connected with each other. We're excited that Microsoft 365, even before the pandemic, was designed for this kind of work. But I think even more so now. Our product teams are delivering capabilities that make this experience even more connected and more intelligent. For example, you can create tasks inside the apps that you co-create content, and those tasks travel with you and your teams across apps and show up in places that make sense for you to keep track of. As another example, we draw your attention to changes with visuals or alerts so you can respond most efficiently where you're needed. To bring the collaborative work management scenario to life, let me paint a picture of a retailer, a home improvement chain. Like many retailers, this home improvement chain is reopening and starting to extend store hours in some areas with updated guidelines. Now, there are lots of things to do. The marketing department needs to organize the tasks related to updating their COVID response campaign, like updating the website with new store hours and posting on social media to make sure their customers know. The inventory and supply chain department needs to keep close track of the inventory level. With more in-store demand, how much do they need to adjust shipment coordination? The human resource department needs to hire more employees to staff the longer hours and update the employee handbook to make sure it reflects the latest safety protocols. The store operations teams needs to make sure every new hire is trained on the safety procedures, just one of many tasks that every store needs to accomplish before they can extend their store hours safely. So the short is, there are lots of tasks, lists of information, and files to organize, share, and track in order to extend the store hours successfully. I'd like to share a video that tells you more.
Welcome to the new normal. In an unprecedented time of workplace transformation, there are opportunities to thrive, not just survive. It is time to reimagine teamwork to help you stay productive, connected, and engaged from anywhere. Introducing a new approach to collaborative work management. Microsoft 365 makes it easier than ever for your team to organize, share, and track work all in one place, so you save time and accomplish more together. Now you can create and organize all your work. You can manage all your work, such as tasks, information, files, alongside communications in one place. Plus, it's all easily stored and accessible across your desktop and mobile devices. You can customize flexible views to filter and organize work according to your team's preferences. Binding files is simple across all apps with intelligent search and recommendations. And of course, your sensitive content is secure and private. Sharing and collaborating this secure content with anyone inside or outside your organization is straightforward. You'll be able to collaborate on documents, plans, and lists in real time, and catch up on who has viewed, modified, or shared your files with just a few clicks. Integrated chat, comments, and @mentions keeps the conversation embedded in the content and allows you to stay on top of tasks and information across your team. Don't forget to use visual layouts to see owners, track status, and ensure everyone is on the same page. You can also set smart notifications and conditional highlights to prompt action, allowing you to easily report on progress across projects and events, and simplify common tasks, processes, and workflows. Using collaborative work management in Microsoft 365 is the new key to success in this new normal. Embracing this new way of work will help to create the lasting impact we all need to continue to thrive.
Microsoft 365 makes it easier than ever to help teams organize, share, and track work in one place, saving you time and helping you accomplish more together. To show you how this home improvement chain, Contoso Home and Garden, uses Microsoft 365 to optimize their operations, Shin-Yi Lim is going to walk you through a scenario that can be applied to your organization. She's going to show you how Teams uses Microsoft 365 to organize, share, and track in this specific retail environment from corporate to in-store.
Let me start walking you through the demo. Kim Rawls is the Operations Director for Contoso Home and Gardens. With the recent safety guideline changes, she posted an announcement in Microsoft Teams to let everyone know the Western US region is now able to extend store hours. To help her team get organized, She created a new Teams channel called Extending Store Hours, and it looks like Shin-Yi, the HR manager, has already started putting together some important tasks and a plan to get started. Let's take a look. The plan has tasks organized by function, and Kim can quickly look at the tasks that Shin-Yi added under the recruiting bucket. Opening the first task, Kim confirms that the new hire onboarding list has been created, so she marks the task completed. Kim opens the next task, which is to add review updated employee handbook to the onboarding list. It looks like the onboarding list is conveniently attached on the task, so everyone can find it easily. The list is also added as a tab in the channel, so Kim opens the list from there. With ready-made templates, it's easy to quickly start lists to track information like this one. Kim quickly adds a new item to the list and enters the key information. After she is done, she moves and resizes the columns in a few clicks to format the view. She can also use conditional formatting to customize how the list is visualized. Kim had previously left a question to Shin-Yi and Danny about the submit offer letter item, so she looks at the item's conversation to see if they have responded. The conversation also appears on the Posts tab, so that team members can follow the conversation and join in. Without leaving the Teams channel, Kim takes a look at the dedicated SharePoint page she had added as a tab, so her team can quickly view key information, like task statuses, files and lists they're working on, and the consumer website traffic report that the team monitors. Next, Kim wants to get feedback from her team on a customer outreach plan that she has been working on. She shares the file from within Teams in a conversation. Permissions for the sharing link can be easily modified by clicking on the file preview. Let's type a quick message to go with the shared file. Then Kim turns her focus on the task to update the employee handbook. There are multiple people assigned to this task, and here, the file link is also attached for easy access. In the file, Kim finds multiple people already working on it. As she scrolls through the document, she notices that Danny assigned her a task to check with the legal team on a section. Continuing on the document, Kim sees a section that needs updating and assigns it as a task to Danny using add mention in comments. She quickly realizes that the task should go to Shin-Yi instead, so she reassigns it using add mention. The threaded comments provide context and makes it easy for the team to collaborate asynchronously from wherever they are. Shin-Yi happens to be working in the document at the same time. He sees the task assigned to him and responds in the comments, then starts real-time co-authoring. Confident that her team has it under control, Kim closes the document. Kim decides to check on all the tasks that are assigned to her across the different plans that she is a member of. She sees the update employee handbook task in this view and confirms that the status is in progress since her team has started working on it. Next, she sees the task she had completed earlier, which is to add review updated employee handbook to the onboarding list. So she checks it off as completed. Kim then notices that she needs to publish task plan down to store level. She clicks into Publish List to complete the action. And here, she quickly adds one more task, marks it complete, marks it important, and adds a due date. Then, she selects which stores to publish the task to. In this case, she selects only the stores in the Western US region. Now that she has completed the action, she goes back and marks it completed. At the store level, first-line workers can access the Teams app from mobile devices to manage their work. Joanna Lorenz is a new inventory specialist at a Seattle store location undergoing her onboarding process. In her Teams channel, she sees that her supervisor Ashima and her co-worker Raj used @mention to get her attention. Joanna learns that the team has a device tracker list to manage information on all the store's assets. And from Raj's post, she sees that the printer is ready for her to check out, and she can easily access the list to make edits on the go. Next, Joanna takes a look at all her assigned tasks and notices that the task to check out a device. She clicks into the task details to confirm that she has indeed completed it and then checks it off. Back at HQ, Kim can track the progress of the tasks that were published to the stores earlier in the store tasks plan. She can visually see that the store manager has started to assign some of the tasks to store employees. In this view, she can also sort the tasks by priority to see the status of urgent and important tasks. Switching to the board view, Kim can move buckets and tasks with a simple drag and drop. The charts view, on the other hand, provides the visualization she needs on the task statuses. And tasks with start and due dates can also be presented on the calendar in the schedule view. Any unscheduled task can be easily scheduled here as well. With all of these tools and views, Kim is able to continue to track all of this work and get the stores up and running in time for the extended store hours. Now, I'm going to hand it back to Angela to share some customer stories.
A lot of our customers are already on the journey to empower their teams to accomplish more with Microsoft 365. I had a chance to catch up with Ed Kopp, Technical Lead of End User Application Experiences at Rockwell Automation. Let's see what he has to say. Hello, Ed.
Angela.
How has COVID-19 changed the world for Rockwell and your customers?
Sure. Like many organizations, the COVID epidemic has forced us to quickly make some changes in our environment. We have shifted from a largely in-office workforce to one that's largely at home. And along the way, we've had to make a lot of transitions with the technology we've deployed in order to keep pace with the demands of our workforce.
Right, right. So I hear Rockwell started the deployment of Teams right before the pandemic. How is that rollout going, and what are some of the impact you're seeing and learning?
Yeah, so we've had a great transition from Skype to Teams. Coincidentally, we were evaluating a move from Skype to Teams just before the COVID pandemic hit. Our on-prem Skype environment had served us well, but was really straining with the increased usage and demand of the environment. And then COVID came along and really spiked the usage of the environment by more than 50%. And we knew we had to act quickly. We knew that this was more than just technology transition. We really wanted to make sure we were addressing Teams adoption so that as we gave these new capabilities to our end users, the shift to Teams would be a positive experience. Thinking about that, we first solicited this group of early adopters. These were folks who could help us evaluate the service, the Teams service, and give us guidance on the experience. How was this being received within Rockwell? With those early contributors, that allowed us to then enlist an employee group of about 200 Teams champions that would help communicate the transition to all layers of the organization, all BUs, all functions, and all regions throughout the world. We used Yammer to build enthusiasm and a positive momentum for the transition, and then used Teams itself as a collaboration space where champions and users could find help and training and answers about any questions they had with the service. Over the course of about 12 weeks, we picked up all 28,000 users, and employees and contractors, picked up all 28,000 employees and contractors and moved them from Skype into Teams and had a really delightful user experience. We had so many positive comments from our end users about thank you for the training, thank you for including us, including our feedback, and giving us the tools that we need to work effectively in an at-home environment.
That sounds great. I'm so excited to hear.
Yeah.
With the innovations that you're hearing in Planner and Microsoft Lists, what are some of the things your team is looking forward to?
We are very, very excited about the introduction of Microsoft Lists. We have a large group of citizen developers within the organization who do a lot of work within our SharePoint and our Teams environment and make heavy use of lists. Rockwell is a company of engineers and problem solvers, folks who use the tools that are available within Microsoft 365 to really enable them to get their work done. The ability to use lists to track and automate their processes, attach them to workflows, and really enable the day-to-day work has been tremendously beneficial for the organization. Even better, with the introduction of lists, we're looking forward to that standalone list application that can be the central hub for tracking and getting our workers even more effective in doing the tasks they're required to do every day.
Well, thank you, Ed, for taking the time to sharing the insights with us. I look forward to checking back with you in a few months to see how you guys are liking lists. Bye.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you.
I also had a chance to catch up with Magnus Lidstrom, Head of Digital Office at the R&D Group at Scania. Let's see what he has to say. Hello, Magnus.
Hello, Angela.
We really enjoyed a story we published on Scania last year. How Scania uses Teams, Planner, and other Microsoft 365 apps is really a textbook example of how to manage and organize work in a digital workplace. For those who don't know the story, can you give us a brief synopsis and what benefits you've seen?
Well, thanks, Angela, for that feedback. Basically, the story last year was about how we're using Microsoft Planner and loads of the other tools from the Office 365 suite to manage work at Scania. And we were just during the rollout phase of the Office 365 and building enthusiasm at that point.
Great, great. Well, since late last year, the world has changed quite a bit. Can you tell us a little bit about how you and your teams are using these tools differently in the new normal?
Yes, it certainly changed quite a lot. We had a great pull for digitalization due to the current corona situation. For instance, we've seen an approximate 9,000% increase in use of digital meetings like the one that we are in right now. We have also started to using other tools in your toolbox, like Microsoft Live, for instance, when we are having big meetings online, which we did not really have before. So
yeah, makes sense.
It's a great new development for us.
Now, Magnus, what are you and your teams looking forward to doing next in transforming the digital workplace?
One of the things that I look forward to doing next now, as we're still working out of the home office for the whole autumn, is to work much more interactively with the teams, going into workshop sessions, using the Microsoft Whiteboard, etc., and in combination with that, be able to use the new eagerly awaited breakout session mode in the Teams meetings. That will help a lot, we believe. And also one of the new features coming up, Microsoft Lists, is something that I'm personally waiting for with big hopes.
Great. Thanks so much, Magnus, for sharing your insights with us. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Angela.
We have been on a journey to empower teams to accomplish more. We're so excited that new capabilities are making Microsoft 365 collaborative work management experience more integrated, more connected, and more intelligent. We're finishing the rollout of Tasks app inside Teams. With the Task in Teams app, users can manage both their individual tasks, powered by To-Do, and their team tasks, powered by Planner, in the same place. We continue to connect tasks across more apps. Beyond capturing tasks with @mention from Word, Excel, PowerPoint documents, users will be able to create tasks from Teams messages. In addition, users will see labels refresh in Planner, so they have even more flexibility in labeling their task cards. We're targeting the rollout of these upcoming capabilities this calendar year. Many users who need more project management capabilities beyond Planner, like tracking dependency or tracking multiple projects in roadmap swim lanes, use Project for the Web. We're so excited to say that Project in Teams will begin rollout targeting the end of the calendar year. Users will be able to easily create a new project or a new roadmap of projects inside Teams, making our work management experience across Microsoft even more integrated. On tracking information, Microsoft Lists app finished rollout this past month, and Lists in Teams is in the middle of rolling out as we speak. With Lists in Teams, users in Teams can have the same easy experience to organize, share, track any data, be it text, numbers, names, images, inside Teams. Users will have access to pre-made templates, as well as the same powerful capabilities like conditional formatting and rules and alerts that many SharePoint users have come to embrace and rely on to run their businesses. We're also excited to share that the List mobile app on iOS will soon begin preview. On managing files, we continue to invest to make the files experience across Microsoft 365 the best, whether you're working as a team or you're working individually. The list of recent and up next innovations is long. One I want to highlight is Add to OneDrive, which is currently in public preview on an opt-out basis. At its simplest, you can add share folders directly to My Files in OneDrive. The greatness comes in you being able to find your files. You don't have to remember who shared a file with you or how or where that file was shared, because you get to organize those share folders in OneDrive the way it makes sense to you. The added content can be synced, shared, collaborated on, and it retains all the existing security and compliance policies. The new normal is here. We can't just wait for things to go back to the way they used to be. We need to accept that some changes may be durable and start planning for what's next. Embracing a new approach to collaborative work management with Microsoft 365 can help teams thrive in the new normal. I hope this session got you thinking about more ways you can leverage Microsoft 365 to help your team stay productive, connected, and engaged from anywhere. Add a planner plan and start a lists list for your next project in Teams. There's so much more to talk about, from product news to training resources in each of the areas of tasks, files, and lists. Not to mention innovations in Teams meetings and callings, or Power App or Power Automate that you can use to extend the out-of-the-box collaborative work management experience to tailor fit the specifics of your business process and enterprise scenario like portfolio management. Check back in with us regularly at Tech Community, where you will find all kinds of great information organized by apps, from product news to tips and tricks to podcasts and webcasts with customers and partners and more. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.